The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guest do not reflect those of the host, the show, the management, and the network.
Merciful You expired, O Jesus, but the source of life gushed forth for souls, and an ocean of mercy opened up for the whole world. O fount of life, unfathomable divine mercy, envelop the whole world and empty yourself out upon us. O blood and water, which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you. O blood and water, which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you. O blood and water, which gushed forth from the heart of Jesus as a fount of mercy for us, I trust in you.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday once again. At the hour of three, another episode is going to happen. Bago sa lahat, dito sa Manila, malapit ng umuulan. So, sana man lang hindi siya ganun kalakas because all of us are dependent on the internet and the power and sometimes the weather could disrupt us. So, bago kayo mawawala at nakatingin sa aking partner dito muna kayo makinig sa akin na alam ko maganda yung aking partner dito ngayon. So, this afternoon, we're very much gifted and blessed na sinasamahan ako ng isang taga Davao. Kaya sana sa Davao wala ring ulan kasi alam ko maulan palagi dyan. Ano? So I'm gifted and blessed to be to have on this program now one of the youth leaders of the Divine Mercy Philippines Archdiocese of Davao. Jaycee, kumusta ka na?
Good
Nakamute.
afternoon. Good
Sige,
afternoon,
Jess.
Ma'am Aida.
Oo, kumusta ka na? Maayong hapon sa inyo din ha, no? O sa tanan sa taga Davao. Thank you
Yes,
so much for gracing us with your presence. So, kumusta ka na? Sa balita sa imo?
thank you also, Ma'am, for having me. Actually, medyo nawawala na yung init dito sa Davao today, so baka uulan siguro later. But I am fine. Thank you so much for having me. Um, so far, ngayon, medyo bakante po tayo sa work
Hmm. Okay.
outside the church. Mm-mm.
Mayo kay White Conflict. Jesse, unsa trabaho nimo karon? What are you doing now as far as supporting yourself, of course, financially?
Mm. I do have my business po, my small business. I am a simple entrepreneur. I have my cake business, and
Mm.
also I am a freelance online or virtual assistant po.
Wow, cake
And sa
business,
church,
ha?
yes, a cake business po, customized cakes, ganyan po.
Okay. So you also do mga wedding cakes. You also entertain having or making wedding cakes or something.
Yes, ma'am. I also do wedding cakes.
Okay. Very creative, no? And then at the
Mm.
same time, virtual assistant ka. Bakit ba ang mga bata ang dami-daming ginagawa ngayon? Sa panahon kasi namin, pag ito yung trabaho mo, ito lang yung trabaho mo. But as we can see, no, the youth now, they're so dynamic. I don't know how they press in all these schedules that you have, no, to be able to manage, and then still come out, as fresh as you are looking now before the camera. Kasi na-notice ko lang, no, with the past days that I was looking into your Facebook, you have one thing that you're very active, and I'm really surprised. A young lady like you is so active with church activities. Tell me more about it. What parish do you belong and what do you do?
Okay. First of all, my real name is John Krisha Galvez Batchar, but my friends and family call me JC. So I am more known as JC Batchar in the community. So I am also the current parish youth coordinator of San Alfonso Maria de Ligori Parish here in Mandug from the Archdiocese of Davao. So I am also a lector, a psalmist, a choir member, and a commentator. So outside the church, again, I am a simple entrepreneur and a freelance virtual assistant. So, uh, why do I serve as young as I am now? So, I am always proud and happy to share that my grandparents, my aunts, my other relatives were active leaders also of our chapel before, and I am a product of two church servers also. My father was an organist, and my mother was also one of the choir members and one of the liturgy committee in our previous GKK, or the BEC, the Basal Ecclesial Community, in under our parish, which is the Sagrada Familia, or the Holy Family Chapel. So I was with them during practices, preparation, masses, and the chapel eventually became my playground during weekends. So I grew up singing mass songs, charismatic songs, and started singing responsorial psalm in the age of 9. I also joined angels during Easter Sundays. So I was really into that because of my parents, my family, and eventually found my passion in performing arts also, and became a scholar and a teacher growing up. So having this background, he was slowly preparing me for something. God has been preparing me for something na pala. So I grew up, entered college, um, graduated twice, worked in a corporate world, but my heart was not contented. I was looking for something. I was thirsty for something. I was bothered. So I quit my job, the corporate job, and started to look for other outlets. Then this time also, our parish priest, Father Jojo Ortiz, Father Gemma Sol Ortiz, was already asking me to be the next parish youth coordinator. So I was really not ready because I did not grow up actively participating in the church youth activities. I grew up being a psalmist, so I was used to mingle with my ates and kuyas in the ministry. I did not know what Father saw in me, that he was eyeing me to be the next parish youth coordinator. So I wanted to try also and see what I can contribute to the youth ministry. So, and during this time also, I was blessed to have been accepted to one of my dream jobs, to be one of the performing artists for the Universal Studio Singapore. So I thought that being a youth leader was really not for me. So, but he has his plans. The pandemic happened, so I was repatriated from Singapore. So that became the clearest sign God has given me. So here I am now po.
What an amazing story that you have, huh? Your journey was molded when you were small, no? 9 years old, exposed ka na sa simbahan. So the
Yes po.
really your parents and your relatives played an important role of where you are, no? But of course, so many naman also have that line, no? Especially before, our parents are really, I must say, dictating, no? Na magsimba ka, mag-opisal ka, etc. But not all really went into that path or followed that path. Maybe because of a different calling that they have,
Mm-mm.
no? Um, but you said that you were in the corporate world and yet your heart was empty.
Um, ano lang po, I feel something was missing. I think I wanted to do more, something outside parang extracurricular jobs, activities, parang gano'n po.
Mm, okay. So you continued with what you were doing in the corporate world. Were you involved still with some church activities as you were at the age of 9?
Yes, but when I started working, it was the time was lesser because when you have a job 5 to 8 and Mondays till Fridays or even Saturdays, I also worked before in a mall. So I do work during Sunday, so it limited my time in serving. But thanks be to God, I did not stop. Siguro I stopped for some schedules lang po, pero I did not totally stop.
I see. So
So
you
I love
continue.
it pa rin po. Mm-mm.
Okay. Pero lesser lang siguro ang time mo because, you're exposed to a job, no?
Yes.
Anong age mo at that time, Jessie, when you were with corporate world and serving the church also?
Um, since my 20s po, early 20s to mid 20s.
Bata pa. Bata pa
Mm-mm.
talaga. At the time na,
Yeah,
you
exploring.
just want to go
Mm-mm.
out, you just want to be with friends and everything. Ikaw, you had the time to also still serve the church. Good upbringing, very good upbringing. But of course, it is very hard if hindi ka sanay niya, no? But ikaw, obviously, you were
Mm-mm.
trained to do that, no? I found,
Opo.
you mentioned something like, ang dami mong function, no? You were a psalmist, you were a, ako, hindi na nasulat lahat, actually. But what, with me is, what do you mean by a youth coordinator? What does a youth coordinator do?
Um, Being the youth coordinator is also being the mother of all youth ministries inside the parish. So I handle all the youth ministries like the in our GKKs, the Pangulo sa Batanon, and other ministries like the youth, the Divine Mercy Youth, the ushers, the Knights of the Altar servers, the social communities ministry, the youth choir, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so lahat ng functions ng youth in the parish, ikaw yung overall. So you direct,
Apo.
you do some plans on how the youth will be able to serve. Pero at the same time, youth coordinator ka rin ng Divine Mercy in the same parish, right?
Yes po, but the Divine Mercy Youth po is under the Parish Youth Apostolate naman po.
Okay.
And
So, go ahead.
The Divine Mercy Ministry po itself, with our titas and ano po, ates.
Okay. So, Divine Mercy Youth, okay, let's just be specific. In the San Alfonso Parish where you are now, ano bang ginagawa niyo usually? Daily, weekly, or monthly? What are the activities of the Divine Mercy Youth?
Actually, the Divine Mercy Youth po sa parish namin was nabuo lang siya, bago lang because of the approach po na nangyari from Tita Linda, our coordinator po din sa Divine Mercy. And then from that, we've participated sa Feast of the Divine Mercy sa Archdiocesan Feast of Mercy. So from there po nag-start kami. Then Tita Linda asked us to have an activity also for the youth. So we've started with chaplet po of the Divine Mercy every Saturday at 3 p.m. po. So basically every Saturday din po kasi nag-gather yung youth sa parish. So doon po namin siya in-insert.
Okay. I'll just read the message, no? Just to break. Technical, can you flash the message of Manilda Ricolon? There. I think you know her.
Apo.
She's your aunt. Okay. So sabi niya, good to see you, Jessie. Jessie's playground is the chapel here in our community in Mandom. She was tagged along by her parents. What a playground that you have, no? And that playground served to be a turning point in your life. But talking about turning point, Jessie, no? Sa kwento mo kasi, everything parang prepare ka ng parents mo, etc., ang longing mo. Parang napaka-smooth ng dinaanan mo and everything. Was there ever, a turning point nangyari or what? Whether sad or happy, na talagang made you commit yourself to this ministry that you are called for?
Actually, naiiyak na po ako. I will share to you the turning point in my life. So, bakit ako active in this age, or my faith is active until now, since before until now. So, actually, nasasayangan po ako sa younger years ko na time that I wasn't able to actively join the youth ministry because I am now so in love and passionate with what I am doing. So, I wish I served them earlier pa. So my faith has been strong since I was younger because nga of my family. So my parents served the church until they migrated to the US. So my brother now is also an altar server in the US. So until now, kasi favorite verse po namin sa family, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So having my family away from me naman, my faith was blinking like an internet connection, looking for a signal. So for almost 7 years now, for almost 7 years, we have been trying to get me a visa, US visa, so I can visit them in the US. So I applied more than 3 times, um, but all I get was a blue paper saying sorry, but we cannot give you a visa. So I always stay in the US embassy comfort rooms for hours because I just cry out of frustration, ganyan, questioning God, why? Lord, pang ilan na to? Parang ganun. So, pwede na nga ako mag-usher at doon sa US Embassy. I can guide all the people where to go and what's the next step. So I get all these heartbreaks again and again. So, I just wanna see my family po sana. So, kung hindi lang scandalous, I wanna cry out loud there and tell the interviewer I am not a bad person, ganun. So, my family wanted to try and try again. So, not knowing the trauma I get every time I get the negative results. So, I was delighted naman and had a feeling of a chance to get a US visa when I was employed by the USS, so in Singapore, because I wanted to try to get a visa in Singapore because I know US and Singapore have stronger bonds. So but then again, pandemic happened and I returned home. So it was his will. Plano talaga ni Lord yun. So they say those who were actively serving in the church are the ones who have bigger and more challenging problems. So I continued to serve God, loved Him more, and did everything for His greater glory. So, though behind all of these were sad days and anxiety attacks because I was alone for so long. So, I believe that He has something greater for me. So, that was my turning point when I was left alone here. But I am still blessed to have my supportive family um, praying for me and telling me everything will be okay, and telling me to always seek for God's mercy, divine mercy, and um, I know His plans are greater than all these trials that I am going through. So yun po ang aking turning point, why I wanted to serve more and more. So parang challenge lang yun ni God sa akin, basta stop ka ba in serving because of this? So my answer to Him is no. Yun po.
Okay, alam mo talaga na how you are feeling right now, no? But before anything else, I'd just like to do some time check at the hour of 3, para rin magka-breathe din si Jaycee sandali, no? Kasi alam ko emotional din siya. It's actually 3:19, so mahaba pa pala yung ating pagkwentuhan, Jaycee. Okay, I understand where you're coming from, no? Especially that your family is already there, your desire to go to join them, no? But whether it's going to be a tourist visa or whatever, is something that you have been praying for. But remember this always: God has the perfect timing, no? Um, he is never late. On the 11th hour, He will give it to you. So you have to really hang on with hope in that faith. I remember the sharing of Bo Sanchez. Siguro familiar man ka no, who Bo Sanchez is. a
Yes, po.
famous Catholic evangelist. He shared to us one time that he applied, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not very sure of the figure, but I think mga 10 times. He applied 10 times and he was denied.
Yeah, I
So,
read
I
that
just
po.
imagine. So you can just imagine. No? But Bo believed that he was also prepared. That's why he was not allowed to, or not given, because otherwise he might like it there, no, and then not come back at all. But that was not the plan of the Lord. I know you have heard of Stanley Villavicencio, the late
Mm-hmm.
Stanley Villavicencio of Cebu, Divine Mercy Cebu. I don't know if you're not familiar. Try to find out what his story is,
Mm-mm.
because Stanley was denied by the U.S. Embassy, but he was invited to talk for the Divine Mercy United States of America, Massachusetts. But he was denied, and a miracle happened. If I'm not mistaken, with the sequence of the story, in less than 1 week, a visa was issued to him by the U.S. Embassy, no less by the ambassador himself, handed it to Stanley. So I will not reveal the details because I will have Stanley Villavicencio Jr. soon, because Stanley
Mm-hmm.
Villavicencio Sr. already died, so I will have the son soon also. But for those who want to know, like you, JC, try to find out what happened.
Mm-mm.
No? What I'm pointing at is God is never too late. Jesus, I trust in you.
Yes.
I know it's painful to be denied, no? I've seen a lot of people nagwawala sa US Embassy every time matatakan sila, denied. Diba? I've seen people na nahatak ng security ng US Embassy, ba't hindi ka nagwala? Dinahatak
True.
ka rin, di ba? Oo, di ba? Wala naman sa embassy yun kung wawala ka, di ba? Basta that's what, ano. So, in perfect time, it will just be smooth. Just hang on, continue to trust, and continue to serve the Lord, because
Yeah.
He will never deny you of His plans, no? So aside from that frustration of the U.S. Embassy, ka-enjoy ang U.S. Embassy bilang nagtarin, no? Are there any other, sequence in your life, good or bad, that you would like to share with me, and maybe some people are listening actually out there? Remember, Jesse, the reason why we want to tell the people, no, or one another, is because it is also healing for all of us listening to you, no. Kaya nga
Yeah.
nung nakikinig ako sa iyo sa US Embassy, naalala ko si Bo. Kasi nung nakikwento ni Bo yun, natatawa kami kasi ang dami pala namin pinagiging sa grupo, etc. No? So, are there anything else that you wanted to share with your
Oh,
life? Ano?
I grew up po kasi in the church na literally, but the people also um knew about me and really expecting a lot from me. So it was also a somehow pressure, but for me it's a challenge po kasi I love serving, and so sabi nga nila, if you love what you're doing, you will not have a hard time doing it. But siguro for me it's not that true, but it is satisfying. So I love that people would look up to me because of the faith I have, the urge I have to serve the church and the youth. So overwhelming lang po siya para sa akin na people would tell me, "Ate, I look up to you. I hope to become like you," ganyan. So it is parang a reward also for me. So I because of that I continue what I'm doing, and I would always strive hard to give them something that they would look up to, and they would follow eventually kung saan man yung journey ko papunta, and all the challenges I will have, siguro somehow they learn from it. Yun po.
Actually, when you become a leader, or even if not a leader, even just a member or devotee, you become Father Tito Kaluwag of the Jesuit community used to term it very well. No, the reason why other people would like us to pray for them is because they know we are Jesus friends. I love that. I love that label. No, so when you serve in the community, you serve in your parish and the Divine Mercy, they know that Jesus is your friend. That's why they look you as a model. They ask you for prayers, di ba? They ask you to guide them. So it's a position held by you that is not ordinary, you know. It might not have a sweldo 1530, but mind you, the sweldo is greater than the 1530, di ba? So, you
Yes.
were really formed with that, pinadaan ka ng, syempre, yung sakit, no? Yung sakit sa US Embassy and everything else. So, kasama talaga sa buhay yun. But it has not changed you, no? You have a very good aura behind you. Can you flash by Anaid's message, please? By Anaid. Okay. There, JC. We love Jaycee Batchar. When the time Jaycee chat me weeks before she left for Singapore, my question is, maunsa na kaya ang LCCP? Because Jaycee always took the responsibilities paggawa ng schedule, nagpapalight up sa mood sa meeting. Kasi jolly na bata siya. Jolly big ka pala. Ano ba yung, oh nako, Jaycee, you're out. Oh, wala ka.
Opo.
She must have friend you, no? Bal na it.
Opo, she is one of the LCCP members po. The LCCP means lectors, commentators, choir, and psalmists. So, LCCP is a ministry po in the
Okay. So
parish.
talagang you are a born leader, no? Kasi talagang yun, nung numalis ka sa Singapore, yun ang sinasabi nila. And then, can you also flash second message of Julian Reconalia? Julian Reconalia, technical. I'm still looking for it. No? Anyway, hindi nila siguro mahanap. It's okay. You are now being watched from Cebu there. Julian Arellano Reconalia is Brother Stanley's amazing story encounter. Actually, Julian is from the Divine Mercy Cebu. So many people are already watching and being inspired by your story, Jaycee. So, it's amazing na dapat young people like you should, oh, you know, you really have to share, no? Kay, especially now that the world really needs the young people to be formed in the image and likeness of God, because you will be the future leaders and the future models of the next generation. No, so it's really amazing that young as you are, you answered back. Let's talk about Singapore. Okay, tell me, gaon sa maka sa Singapore, Dai? Why did you go there and how long did you stay in Singapore?
Actually, parang the Singapore journey was just a patikim for me of uh, the dream work I longed for, I wished for. So I auditioned in Manila, and I was blessed to be selected as one of their performing artists. So I went there last February, and then it was the start of the pandemic that time. In Singapore naman, hindi pa siya masyadong nag-boom yung pandemic doon. Parang okay pa yung mga tao, hindi pa nagmamask. But after a month or more than a month, doon na nag-lockdown na dito sa Pilipinas, and then starting din doon yung increasing number of victims. So the management decided to re- uh, to let other employees go back sa kanilang ano, and then siguro nag-cut sila ng employees because the park was also closing that time because of the pandemic. So I was in Singapore for just about 2 months lang po ata. And
Grabe,
then
so
na-lockdown sa
tama gyud,
Manila.
patikim gyud ang gihimo ni Lord sa imo, ano, considering na you were only allowed 2 months to stay and asked to come
Mm.
back.
And
So God is really,
the challenge was when they repatriated us, and then all my coworkers na nanggaling din doon na pinapauwi was from Manila lang. So ako lang yung taga Mindanao, and that time no flights po yung rule. So I don't know where to stay in Manila. So thankfully the OWA got me, but before that pa rin po yung discrimination na galing kayo sa labas was there, and we've been through a lot talaga. And then kapit lang hanggang sa nagkaroon ng Mercy flights. Then I was um, one of the lucky passengers po to go home in Davao.
You're really a survivor, you know. You survived the what you call it, the fact that you were asked to come back in just 2 months, no? And then pag you said nga the discrimination because of COVID, no? And people
Yes.
will not go near you because you might
Mm.
be in area. And then you said you didn't have a space to stay in Manila. You have to, good, of course, we have the agency, no, thanks to
Mm.
OWA, who will never leave the OFWs behind. No, you were treated well. Yun lang nga, kung when you can go home to Davao was a big question then, no, until the Mercy flight came. So you were really prepared to survive all this, no, in your life. And I'm sure the big responsibility is coming your way as far as maybe the Divine Mercy use or other things that He has prepared for you. So imagine, napaka colorful ng buhay mo actually, JC. So you're right now to be able to support yourself. Of course, you were given the gift of creativity. Tell us about your cakes nga. What kind of cakes do you do? How they can order cakes from you, mga taga Davao. Might be interested to you talk to us about it, where they can order and the kind of cakes that you are doing.
Mm. Actually, the pandemic helped me find this passion in baking, because my grandparents were also into baking, so we had the first bakery here in our community way back before pa. So nakuha ko yung dugo ni Lola in
Oh,
baking. So now am I am baking cakes, customized cakes, more on customized cakes for birthdays and all occasions po. They can check our Facebook page, Bite Lights, BITELIGHTS, Bite Lights. So far now po, we are currently renovating our kitchen, and we will be back soon naman po.
oh
Na-busy din
yeah, no?
kami nung Holy Week eh. So, hopefully
Mga
makakabalik na po
taga
kami.
Davao and the nearby provinces, for all those who wants to have a special kind of cake, please don't forget. What about mobile number or phone number that they can get through you,
Mm. You
aside
can
sa
contact
Facebook?
us, you can contact us at 0908-297-9198.
Okay, so you heard her. I cannot memorize the number, pero look at the Facebook that she just told you. Okay, Jesse, we move forward. It's at 3:32 actually. We move forward now. From here, where are you going?
Um,
Where do you
okay,
see yourself 5 years from now? Let's talk about your ministry first, no? Where do you see yourself? How old are you? If you don't mind, huh? How old are you? If you mind,
I
don't
am
answer me.
I wish I was 13, but I am now 30. 30.
Me,
I am 30
Catholic.
years old, 30 years young.
Okay, you're still a millennial. Basta ka
Yes.
naghapon sa millennial. You're 30, 5 years from now. Let's talk first about your ministry as a leader of the youth. Uh,
um,
what do you see yourself on this kind of ministry?
okay. So for the youth, I believe after 5 years, I will not be their parish youth coordinator anymore, because I am happily engaged, and will get married this year po. So I am also juggling my plans for the youth, and our wedding plans as of this moment. So I am slowly preparing everything for the youth. For actually po, our fiesta is coming, so we are focusing on that right now. But I myself, I am already jotting down notes on where um, I can focus next sa fiesta po. So para maiiwan ko silang medyo may ano pa rin po, may gagawin. So hopefully I can still help after the wedding. I will always be there for them naman po. I can be their advisor. And I will always be in the church naman. They can always see me and ask for help, advices, or whatsoever. So, the plans for the youth are always there naman. They can easily come to me for advices or ano po. Then, as to sa akin naman po, personal, after 5 years, siguro, I I already settled down with a family, but I would love to picture out a family that is same to ours before. That the parents are still serving the church. I would love to have my future husband serve our community also. But if mahiyain po kasi, so kung hindi naman, okay lang din as long as our family and our married life is Christ-centered. So, yun lang po. Okay lang naman kung hindi siya mag-serve, but I would really love to have him serve the community also. And the future family.
So there she spelled out that she's getting married. I wanted her to spell that out kasi masyado na ako chismosa kung ako mag-spell out para sa kanya. She's getting married very soon, and we're very happy for you and for your husband to be, you know. And I'm pretty sure, God has prepared him also for you, as you are prepared for him. Because as you can see, as I can see that all your life, God has been dictating you, matigas ulo mo, punta ka ng Singapore, balik dito, dalawang buwan lang, di ba? So, you try to go to the States. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's good because it's really for the family. But God said, wait, it's not yet the time. I'll give you the best time. So, yan pala, kasi mag-aasawa ka na rito, no? So, sabi siguro nila, hindi, tayin mo, kasi yung pamilya mo, kasama mo na when you go to the US, diba? So, you're getting into a new journey in life. Talagang, si Lord, no? Talagang marunong siya maghati-hati sa buhay mo. Early 20s, nag-serve ka sa Kanya. After 10 years, ito na, mag-aasawa ka na, but your life was really full with that 10 years gap na inano sa'yo, no? And it's amazing how your story has come up, and I'm sure it has all this been prepared by the Lord. And sabi ni Julian from Cebu, congrats to upcoming wedding by God's grace. And Lorita Abaw, congrats, Ma'am Jessie. God bless your married life. So, ayan, marami ka ng wishes, no? Na magpapaimbita na kami sa iyo. Hindi, biro lang kami. Yeah, but marriage is another step forward that you're going to get into. But I do hope and pray that you and your family will also join together in serving the Lord, serving the parish. Because no matter where we go, if we're being called, we cannot hide at all, diba? And listening to Him intently would help us in having a life that is maybe not smooth, but lesser problems. Yan man ang problema natin, matigas kasi ulo natin eh. Gusto natin na ganito, diba? Sabi nila, hindi mo na, di mag-away na kayo ni Lord. Diba? So how is your family in the US? Your parents and your brother? Kumusta naman sila?
They're doing really well. My mom is a registered nurse, but she is teaching there and having multiple jobs siguro for she's a healthcare worker po kasi, so she is really needed there. And my father is into retail naman po, and my brother is still studying. So they are okay there, and hopefully I'm gonna see them this August, I think August. So for the wedding. So sila pala yung gustong pauwiin ni Lord.
Oo, pupunta rito. That's nice. That's something to look forward to, no? Ngayong August. A comment from Ricky So, one of our friends ni Georgie, sabi niya, Godspeed to your journey. And yeah, na-flash na nila.
Thank
Si
you.
Liz in Mon. Congrats, Jess. I love you. Love Tita Lisa. Oh, that's your aunt. Hi, hello,
Thank
hello.
you, tita.
So, ang dami mo palang ang dami mong fans and followers. Thank you so much for sharing the link to them, no? Um, Another thing is, I'll go back to your involvement with the Divine Mercy, no? Paano ba siya nag-start? Nag-start siya because you were invited.
Yes po, actually the Divine Mercy in our parish is really active na po with the leadership of Tita Linda Nakwa, our coordinator. They have
Mhm.
been really active po sa church, sa parish namin, and the Archdiocesan Divine Mercy group. So,
Mhm.
we were encouraged, na-invite niya po ako because we are also both members of the LCCP, so nag-uusap lang din po kami. So, doon niya din po na-push sa amin na gusto din nilang may Divine Mercy youth so that the youth can also know more about God's mercy. So, from that, doon na po nagtuloy-tuloy. Hopefully, magtuloy-tuloy pa rin po ngayon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, no, with a good leader like you, magtuloy-tuloy yan, no? And personally, Jess, kasi kami, matagal na ako sa Divine Mercy, more than 30 years na.
Mm.
Started with Tatay, Mami, ni Georgie pa. Um, Personally, kasi I have so many experience of miracles when I started with the Divine Mercy. Kung na lang maisa-isa, kasi ang dami talaga. Ikaw ba personally, Divine Mercy specific, meron bang nangyari or miracle that you experienced, healing or something, that has been a result of your asking for God's mercy and trust? Specifically for the Divine Mercy.
Mm. I am a silent devotee of the Divine Mercy. I pray the chaplet religiously. I pray the 3 o'clock prayer religiously. But I am not that active sa parish po, sa mga activities nila. My parents also are religiously um, praying the Divine Mercy chaplet. Minsan po nag-chat yung mama ko na 3 o'clock na, 3 a.m. doon, tapos dito 3 p.m., ganyan. Um, uh, because of that, wala akong maisip masyado na specific miracle, but all I can, all what is clear to me is that the Divine Mercy is giving me strength always because of God's passion. He is sustaining me always in everything I do, sa church, sa work, sa relationships ko toward my family, the community, sa parish, and my fiance. He is always sustaining me because I am a very busy person, and every day yun yung hinihingi ko sa Diyos na, Lord, please sustain me, please give me um, ideas, activities for the youth, for these people, ganun po. Help me or give me the strength always to um, continue with this life kahit mag-isa lang ako dito physically, but uh, I am still blessed to have my family supporting me. So, yun lang po, wala masyadong maisip na miracle, but every little thing that is happening to me, every great opportunity, every great victory is a miracle for me po because of religiously praying the chaplet and believing, trusting in Him. Yun po.
That's really the truth. No? It's really the trust that, sabi nga niya kay Sister Faustina, the greater the trust, the greater we have the right to His mercy. Kaya trust talaga yung ini-emphasize niya. I'm just curious, Jessie, no? Banggit mo kanina, mukhang mas maraming time mo sa simbahan ay sa trabaho mo. Am I right?
Po? Ano po?
Mas marami ang time mo sa simbahan or sa activities mo sa ministry kaysa trabaho mo. Tama ba ako?
Usually, every weekend, dyan po ako busy because piniprepare ko na po yung mga kailangan sa mass for Sunday. So, diyan na din po yung practices ng choir and other
Mm.
stuff. And weekdays naman po, minsan nag-i-invite si Father, just like nung Monday, in-invite kami ni Father to come with him sa isang GKK who is celebrating their fiesta. GKK, the BEC, Basic Ecclesial Community at Lawaan, medyo malayo sa parish, pero under siya ng parish, so they celebrated their fiesta. At the same time, they had kasalan ng parokya and baptism. So it was a great opportunity for me also na to witness something like that. And aside from that, iba't ibang invitation din, uh, because of my position din po as a coordinator. So yun yung nagpapabisi sa akin. So far, I'm loving
Kasi
it
yun,
naman.
yun ang napansin ko for us na active sa ministry. Ang mas, before we know it, mas kami na time sa ministry kaysa sa
Mm.
negosyo natin, no? Or somehow we are able to turn, no? Meron kang ibang ginagawa, pero pag tawag na ni Lord, tawag na ni Father, tawag na ni
Yes.
Sister, di ba? Parang magaan sa loob natin na, okay, sige, go kayo, di ba? Pero dami naman natin gustong gagawin pa. For me, it leaves us fulfilled. I'm sure it is also for you, no? Na
Yeah.
fulfilling pagtapos ng yung utos ni Lord, na fulfill tayo, di ba? Maski minsan wala ka namang remuneration, pero still happy naman tayo. And I can see that in your countenance, no? Napaka-peaceful ng countenance mo. I hope and pray that a lot of our youth will be able to respond the call of the times daily to really acknowledge that there is a God of mercy. For as long as we trust, everything will
Mm.
be given to us in His time. No? So, a beautiful, beautiful journey, but by a young and beautiful lady here, Jaycee Batchar. I wish you all the blessings that you have for your marriage, for your upcoming marriage. I hope and pray that God will provide you everything. Kasi alam mo, ang pagpapakasal hindi rin biro, di ba? And
Apa.
then your parents will be able
Another new mission po.
another ano?
New mission.
Yeah, new mission. Totoo yan. Kasi ang family is also another mission side by side also with the other missions that we have. No? So, ano lang yan, segment lang yan. So, yung ibang segment ka na naman. No? Jesse, it's 3:48. Actually, we only have 12 minutes to go. Please give us a word, address the youth for Davao and for the whole world. Sino man nanonood. What can you tell the youth of today?
Okay. So I'd like to share Diary 1372. I'd like to shout it out to the whole wide world. Love God, for He is good and great is His mercy. So for the youth naman po, um, I hope you can serve while you are still young, when you are still physically able, mentally able, emotionally able, and serving the Lord is not limited to serving the church. You can serve your brothers and sisters in the community or wherever you want because sabi nga ni Lord, what you do to the least of your brothers, you do it unto me. So in serving naman po, there is no, I will quote our parish priest, Father Jojo Ortiz. He is always reminding us that in serving, there is no room for competition, only sharing. So that's what I like about our ministry now. I really make it to I make it to a point that walang competition in our ministry because what we do, uh what we do in our church, what we do in the parish is not for ourselves, not to show through pictures, through posts that we are serving, but I always remind them na you are not serving the people directly, you are serving God also. You serve the people, but you are helping them, uh, you are helping them go near to God. So if they'll do some kalokohans, they will also lead other people to that. So I hope and pray na they will continue to listen to what other titas or titos or other priests or other, not only kami sa parish, but they will also listen to other advisors, because the youth now, iba-iba po kasi yung wide po kasi 'pag sinabing youth wide, meron tayong 13 years old up to 20 or 30. So iba-iba po kasi yung yung takbo ng isip nila. So sa mga bata, kailangan natin silang i-guide, or kailangan detailed yung ating pag-guide sa kanila, as well as sa mga medyo ah, older na, they can understand naman, but also they should not abuse their image uh, as leaders also. So yun po. And I know not all of us can do great things, but we can do little things but great with great love, as sabi naman po ni Saint Teresa of Calcutta. So in everything, love and serve the Lord. Yun lang po.
Amen to that. Well said, no? You are indeed a representative of synodality. What you were telling us, the message you had for the youth, is the message of synodality by Pope Francis, to which our faith, our Catholic Church, will be embarking soon. No? That it is not only for us, but we have to reach out to others. What is important is walang maiwan, walang iwanan. Yun na yun, ito na yung walang iwanan. No? So, we work together to bring all of us together. Hindi pwedeng tayo lang, no? Hindi pwedeng tayo lang, kailangan pati pa. Pero ang tanong sa akin ano na lang yung kaaway ko? Ayun, mas magabi daw yun. Kailangan mo pa rin atakin. But that's really the synodality. So, Indi Jaycee is really a church worker, because what she said was really in tune with where our Catholic faith is going to be, especially in the 2023 Synod of Cardinals and Bishops in Rome. So, Jaycee, I really pray that everything will be well with you, with your plans, with your marriage, upcoming marriage, and I could not thank you enough for being here. Sabi ni Joel Manasan, my husband, sabi niya, very true, in serving, there is no competition, but of sharing. There, asawa ko yan. So, asawa mo, pag may karoon ka ng show, ganun din ang gagawin sa'yo. Magko-comment sa'yo. So, with all blessing and prayers, and thank you also for your elders, no, for letting you come in. Although ninervyos talaga ako nung hindi kita makontak, sa totoo lang. Pero the Divine Mercy Network in the Archdiocese of Davao is really very strong. Talagang everybody went out of their way to be able to bring you the message that I have to talk to you. So it's now 3:54, so 6 minutes to go. I would like to first greet some of our good friends. Technical, can you flash? Skin.com. Okay, we'd like to thank, at the hour 3, would like to thank Skin.com for face, for body, and medical clinic at Manggahan, Pasig, Metro Manila. So this is really for the people of Pasig. It's being flashed for every requirement that you have for skincare. You may call and visit them, because the doctors there are also very good. They have helped us a lot in how we will be able to appear physically in this program. Thank you, Tech. Thank you for it. At this time, also this point, also, palagi ko ito nakakalimutan, I'd like to thank the three active technical support of the hour of, I'd like to thank Christian, Abby, and Angel for always being there every time of the program. Kasi kung wala sila, walang program, hindi ako marunong mag-technical. So, yun ang mga problema namin, mga young ones pala. young ones. So, again, we would like to invite everyone for next week. We are going to bring back a sharer next week, no? The one from Cebu, na hindi siya klaro yung niya because she only had 15 minutes, but she has a beautiful, beautiful story also of her life, just like si Jaycee, no? Ibang level lang ito. Jaycee is youth. Ito, regular age just like us. So she has other challenges that she would like to share with us. So from the Archdiocese of Cebu next week, please be with us. So Jaycee, in behalf of Georgie Ilagan Bian, this is Aida Manasan, thanking you so much and wishing you the best of luck of your forthcoming marriage, and thanking each and everyone who participated, watched, and made comments. Maraming salamat po, and good afternoon to all of you.
Thank you po.
The preceding was a paid program. The views and opinions expressed do not reflect those of Talk Live channel.